What's going on, guys? Welcome to our UFC Paris breakdown. My name is Hambino. This is the Watching Mike platform. In between the podcasts that we're doing or talk shows we're doing with the fighters, we're also going to be doing our breakdowns and some more MMA content. So take a walk with us down the Degenerate Gambler path as we have some risky but confident bets and then some very confident bets to put in this weekend for UFC Paris that is starting in just under 15 hours, 12:30 Eastern Time tomorrow, Saturday, September 2nd. Without further ado, let's jump into the action. Risky but confident line. We have Ange Losa versus Rise McKee. Interesting fight here, but I honestly think that Losa is really good value at minus 166. Now, let me tell you why. I've watched some tape. McKee has zero striking or takedown defense. He already came into the UFC. He got starched by Khamzat, where he didn't even land a single punch before getting finished. And then he got dominated by Morono before he was cut. He went back to Cage Warriors, where he has put together a 3-fight win streak, all by finish in the third round, ironically enough. He looks okay. The thing that I notice is he has zero striking or takedown defense. The way that he wins is so weird and ironic that he just doesn't get put away in those first two rounds. And then somewhere in the third round, he just finds some crazy finish or knockout. His last fight ended by doctor stoppage, the other two by finish. However, I just don't really think that people here fighting are the same caliber as Losa is. Losa looked really good in his last outing against AJ Fletcher. He trains with Gilbert Burns. He's really is dedicated to his craft. So I really think that this should be an easy victory for Losa. He will mix in wrestling and takedowns. We have seen him go with that strategy in his last outings. I will say that both of these guys are cement heads. They just eat punches. Like they don't get finished. I don't really think that we'll find if I finish. I think he will find it in a decision. I think we just see, kind of like a striking match, pretty slow. And maybe we get some good action out of it. There probably will be a lot of wrestling from Losa's sides as well. So listen, this is a risky but confident bet, but I think Losa at 166 is great value. Market. We're going to move on to our next fight. Now, this one is a sad, man. Rose, Manon. Wow, here we go. I didn't think that after the Esparza fight that the first fight back for Rose would be a true gatekeeper test. Manon is an incredible fighter. I don't even really think if you could call it a gatekeeper anymore because she herself has put together an incredible resume in her now, what is it? Let me take a look. Her 5-fight career inside of the UFC. She finished Tabitha Ricci. She won decisions over Mayra Bueno Silva, Jennifer Maia, and Chukagian, and has looked great in these, was in control the entire time in all of these fights. High pressure striking, incredible wrestling. I definitely don't see Rose stopping the wrestling, and I possibly even see Manon outstriking her. So I just got to say, Rose, for the sake of women's MMA, I beg you to please come out like a phoenix from the ashes of the Esparza fight, okay? And summon the head kick from the heavens that sent Weili to the Shadow Realm. We need this. If you do not, sadly, Manon will send you to the Shadow Realm of further gatekeeping. Minus 198 for Manon. That's the pick there. Parlay him. If you want to even make it riskier, go for it. Keep them separate if you like. It's pretty good odds as well individually, but that's the call for the risky but confident. Now we're going to stroll on over to our super confident section. We got two more fights for you. Let's break them down. Farid Basharat versus Clayton Rodriguez. This is a great fight. Both of these guys are young up-and-comers who are very impressive fighters. I'd say that Clayton is a lot more explosive and, violent, where Basharat is extremely technical and a pleasure to watch with his style of his fighting. Very jab heavy, great wrestling and grappling on Basharat's side. Rodriguez, no sham at the grappling himself. Great striking as well. Sneaky jiu-jitsu. Almost put Vergara through a calf slicer. And the only loss that he has in the UFC to Vergara was an extremely close fight. And Vergara is a very good fighter as well. So I don't even know if you can hold that loss against him here. Man, I would not be surprised if this is the parlay buster in Vegas this weekend and Clayton could potentially take it. But my gut really tells me that Basharat is just too technical and too disciplined to fall victim to the explosiveness of Clayton. We will have a very wrestling heavy approach from Basharat as we usually see. And I do think that he will win. However, we're not picking a fighter here on the money line. The safe bet starts round 2 minus 360. Mark it down. Let's move into our next fight, and we're going right to the main event. Let's get spicy, man. Ciryl Gane, Sergey Spivak. I mean, Ciryl Gane's at minus 198. I think that is a disrespectful line for my man Gane. All right. Let's talk about it. Easily could be the best value on the card. And this has to be because of the loss from Jon Jones and the whole idea that he's over there playing FIFA, right? Rather than training for whatever it may be. But let's get to the chat, all right? He is a massive human being who is still extremely athletic and will pick you apart at range with crafty striking. We have seen it in all of his fights, even in the loss to Ngannou now against Jones. He really didn't do nothing. So I get why there might be some doubt here. He's still the favorite, you know, Hambino, relax. He's still the favorite. I know, but like minus 198, honestly, I think this should be closer to a minus 300 line. And let me tell you why even more so. Spivak, guys, come on. He barely beat old man Olenek, right? Got starched by the first young talent he faced in Tom Aspinall. And he's beaten 3 slobs of the heavyweight division. And we're impressed. Derek Lewis, I love you. This was before you had the 6-pack. I mean, no disrespect, okay? The only person who has sent Ciryl Gane to the freaking crotch-sniffing shadow realm is Francis Ngannou, the fucking scariest man on the planet, and Mr. Jon Jones, the greatest mixed martial artist of all time, okay? Ciryl Gane is the money line official bet at 198, incredible value. And honestly, I would not even be surprised if he finds a sneaky submission at plus 800 if you want to sprinkle, you know, and maybe wake up to something interesting. But yeah, so Ciryl Gane, money line. Basharat Rodriguez starts round 2. Those are my locks for the weekend. And my risky, great value, Manon Fior and Ange Losa, we're going to go with as well. You like the parlays, go for it. But the odds on these are really good that I think you should do them individually. But like I said, if you want to get risky, I think the Losa and Manon could be great payouts. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching. We will have another episode of Watch Your Mike podcast coming out with Andre Petrosky tomorrow. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on the channel. And I can't wait to get some more content out for you guys. Thank you very much.